The word Vans is synonymous with the word skateboarding. If you have ever even heard about skateboarding, Vans has most likely come up in that conversation. It is known as the skateboarding shoe, and some brands such as Nike trying to become the skateboarding shoe kind of failed at it. And one main reason why is because skateboarding adopted Vans. Vans did not adopt skateboarding. It's because Nike is trying to adopt skateboarding. Skateboarding already found its shoe and they don't really feel like they're wanting to change. And honestly, I'm seeing this happen within the mountain biking scene and fixed gear scene as well. Vans got really popular in the mid 80s to 90s, and as well as early 2000s is where it really blew up. A flat vulcanized sole can have an insane amount of traction on things such as BMX pedals or skateboards especially. And with basically a lot of my friends, including myself, using it for mountain biking purposes as well as fixed gear purposes, I see it taking over this scene within the next 10 years. Firstly, what inspired me to make this video is YT, the mountain biking brand, which I'm sure many of you are familiar with. They're doing a collaboration with Vans, or rather they already did a collaboration with Vans where they sold shoes, specifically mountain biking shoes. And these are pretty sick. I mean, look at these designs. You got red, black, and some nice little colorways going on. But somehow this kind of shocked me, even though I only ever used Vans as a biking shoe. Now, as many of you know, there is this brand called 510 and they make mountain biking specific shoes, but they do come at a little bit of a price. And this pricing relative to Vans especially kind of outweighs some competition. So I started mountain biking back when I was 13 or 14 and didn't really have that much money to buy biking shoes. And I believe this was before 510 got bought out by Adidas, so their pricing was kind of up there, especially for what I was looking for. So when I found out that Vans had a back to school special where you could get 2 shoes for $50 to $60, it was over. I'm picking them. And one thing that also brought me to this brand is they're very widely known across action sports such as skateboarding or BMX riding. So with no credit card, cash in hand, and no money to spend, I think we're going for that back to school special. And quite frankly, I never looked back. The first shoes I bought were some blacked out Duracaps, which is Vans durability line with extra rubber on the soles and of course on the toe of the shoe. And I was big into wheelies at this time, so it was a lot of foot dragging, and these shoes really held up for about a year. I mean, I burnt a hole through them. And ever since then, again, I just did not look back, as well as many of my friends. When looking for a mountain biking shoe, or a biking shoe in particular, you need a lot of boxes checked off. You want it to hold your ankles really well so you don't break your foot or sprain your ankle really easily. You also want something flat so your foot doesn't slip off the pedals and get bitten in the shin by those very, very spiky pedals. And lastly, you want a little bit of pizzazz. I think one way that Vans really beats 510 is, of course, in their design. Now, yes, 510 is kind of a classic shoe, but to me, they kind of look like skater orthopedics, if I'm gonna be honest. Now, these are really good shoes, widely known amongst the mountain biking community, but hear me out. There isn't much expression within these shoes. Unlike Vans, there's not really many of those shout out colors where, damn, what type of shoes are you wearing type of ordeal? Or, what color is that? That looks so cool. What shoes are you wearing? And that's where 510 really lacks in their expression of what they have as a brand. I feel like I would really like those shoes, but Vans kind of beats them. Their collaboration with YT further emphasizes how good they are at designing shoes. The first thing I looked at was their poster board shoes. Those red YT Vans. And oh my gosh, those things are beautiful. I mean, who the fuck would want to put bright red shoes out there? And they did it, and it looks sick, and they sold out too. And this collaboration with YT that Vans did brings them into a whole nother market that they have previously never experienced. They have a massive user base within the cycling space, and they never even tried to target cycling. Now that they're actually targeting cycling, I'm excited to see how the next 10 years of Vans will go, especially if they release a mountain biking line, a BMX line, or even a fixed gear line. I believe it'll fall into the same ordeal as how skateboarding adopted Vans. I think biking is going to adopt Vans, not the other way around. I, as well as many, did not expect this YT and Vans collaboration. The first time I heard it was in a group chat, and everybody was like, dude, these things look sick. And I agree. They freaking look sick. Vans high top line is probably the best way for them to start marketing towards their cycling community, because a lot of people are looking for strength around their ankles, grip on their feet, which they already excelled in. I mean, I've been riding them for 4 years, like I stated many times before, and I don't slip. And lastly, the designs. I believe a Troy Lee Vans collab would be insane. If they do that, it's over. They're literally taking the market. But what do you think about Vans diving into this new mountain biking space, or biking as a sport in general? I believe they can do very well, especially if they hire the correct people to help them design these shoes specifically for biking, and I'm excited to see what's to come. Anyways, if you guys watched to the end, leave a like and subscribe. Thank you guys for watching, and have a great rest of your day.